Record on. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys all for being so patient with us. We were trying to work the audio, but I kept having an echo. This time Lance was fine, but I had the echo. It was very annoying. So we thought we'd better just record it. So we're recording now on Zoom, but this will be uploaded as soon as possible tonight. How are you doing, Lance, over there?
I'm doing great today, Kristen. How's your day going?
It is a great day until the sound issue, but I'm not going to let it, mess up my vibe. But yeah, definitely it's weird how that's acting, but it's all good. We'll have a good show and everyone will see it.
Yes, absolutely. I'm glad that, this didn't stop us and, we can still get this show out there and spread the good news of what's happening because there's a lot of really amazing things going on. Miracles every day, truly, not just, with the world news and geopolitically, but, if we look at the miracles in our lives, we can actually create more of them.
Very true. I think we're waking up to our superpowers for sure. I think we're closer to our angels. We're able to connect on a better, like it's just much stronger now. Maybe we've entered a new timeline or something. I'm not sure, but it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Let's pull cards on it, Kristen.
We should.
Have we entered a new timeline?
Yeah, I feel like it.
Health and abundance and all the good things of life for
Wow.
everyone.
Let's do it.
Those of the light that are, actively tuning into that frequency, let's say.
Yeah, great question. Okay, let's take a look. The Emperor, very nice. We got the Emperor. So that is our Mr. T card, Aries energy, king of all. So here we go. See what else we get. No way. Justice card. How convenient. And then we have the Devil card. Okay. Oh, man. Now we have the Tower. So this is definitely showing us something. We got the Ace of Pentacles and the World card. So yes, it is a yes because the World card's an ending of old cycles. So that would be like the ending of the timeline and entering a new one. So a shift. And this is very divine, a gift from the universe. We did get the Tower with the Devil and the Justice with the Mr. T card. The Aries strong energy of taking out the bad guys. Justice being served. So yeah, we're entering a whole new timeline spiritually and the political stuff, the world stuff. So as the world, the light versus the dark, that's all happening again, the spiritual warfare. It has brought us to a new timeline and closing up the old and starting the new. So wow, that's cool how it all came out like that too.
Truly, that's spot on with what's going on.
Yeah, crazy. And you know what comes to me too is like all the weather manipulation as well. Like that's all a part of the aftermath of the actual type of spiritual war that is going on. Yep.
Totally. And they're picking it up because they know that we're nearing the end of this sort of timeline that we have been in of the chaos and the strife and the struggling. People are really getting tired of this thing dragging on, and it has to drag it on. Of course, things are coming out and like amazing things are happening every day, but everyone's feeling the pain of, all this stuff just dragging on.
Yeah.
So hopefully, with what the BRICS has coming up and all these different things planned, we actually see justice served publicly before the end of the year. And I say, obviously we'd love to see it tomorrow or tonight, but I think that we all realize that this is a longer game being played and that, it's still going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah, definitely. But it does feel like it's very near. Like I know there's a series of events that they have to go through, but it's drawing near. I mean, there's Hurricane Hillary, like come on. There's so much. That hurricane's gonna bring even more up from under the surface.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've seen the photo, Kristen, of that of the hurricane. Like a weather photo that you see on TV, and it's got Hillary's face right there in the middle of it.
Oh, I love that. That's great. Yes. That's it. That's it. It's Hillary. Yep. She's going to be blasted. It's the storm of Hillary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about this and I think people have put the dots together on this one, but this will connect it for some people who haven't thought about this. So we remember Crossfire Hurricane, which was, you know, the unlawful spying on Mr. T, and, you know, all the different things that was taking place in relation to T and his cabinet and everyone that he's working with. And Crossfire Hurricane, who was involved in that? Well, you know, that whole side of the political party, including Hillary and her whole gang. And so now we have Hurricane Hillary, and all this stuff is coming out about it and about what's been going on. You know, as we've been told, there's no such thing as coincidences with this operation.
Not at all. No, this is huge. So, ooh, I can't wait to see what you brought tonight.
Definitely. Kristen, will you allow me to share, and then I can pull some of these stories up?
Of course. I'm gonna make that happen real quick. There we go. Okay. Should that, yeah.
Okay, awesome. So there's been a lot going on with Project Veritas and James O'Keefe. A lot of people are staying up to date with this. But most of the staff has been fired just within 6 months since James left. Their CFO, he just stepped down and he said, "I tried and failed. I apologize to you all. I've resigned as the CFO effective immediately." There's a lot of information coming out around the CEO that did step in, Hannah Giles, in that, you know, she's been laying people off left and right. This is going to be interesting to see what this whole story is about, you know, because I think that this is not just as simple as, you know, he was ousted from his own company and he split off and is doing something new. I think that there's something much bigger behind this, and, you know, we're going to see what that exactly is. But, you know, we'll just truly end up seeing, because there's infinite amount of possibilities of what could be going on.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Exciting.
Yeah. And then Jim Jordan, as we know, he has been really spearheading a lot of action in the GOP in relation to holding people accountable, investigating, questioning them. And he actually just issued subpoenas to the FBI and the DOJ in the censorship investigation over big tech collusion. Okay, so this just happened on the 17th. He's talking about different things, subpoenaing them, as well as subpoenaing the Citibank because of what they've been doing, sharing private information with the FBI on American, you know, taxpayers' financial records and so forth. So this is huge. I'm sure that this is going to lead to a lot more with the big banks, not just Citibank. It's probably going to lead to, you know, a lot of the others. But this is something that's going on, and, you know, it's incredible. These are the miracles that we've been waiting to see, and obviously this has been taking place for months now. But we've just been getting kind of used to this. But again, it's fantastic to see this even happening, because months and years ago, I mean, we would have been praying for things like this to come out, and now they are happening.
Yes, things are really unrolling for sure. This is great.
Yeah, yep, exactly. So something else, Vivek Ramaswamy, he's been making a lot of headlines as of recent, and actually he just passed DeSantis as #2 in the polls behind Mr. T himself. And he is basically saying that he wants to partner with Trump to destroy the deep state. And this is an Epoch Times article going into it, kind of just discussing some of the things that Vivek has been saying over the recent weeks and months. And at least on the surface, Vivek is a huge supporter of Trump. But as we know, this is a big game and operation being played, and, you know, not everyone who's being shown as who they are is who they are. But we will, you know, just observe and see how things play out over time. But at least on the surface, in his words, Vivek is saying some very powerful things, and things that we want to hear, you know, things that a long time ago really would have been very difficult to get out in the public.
Yes. Shut down the deep state. Yep.
And so kind of going on this, Kristen, is Tucker actually had on Vivek for episode 17 on August 17. Okay, so as we know, no coincidences. 17 has been a huge number in this whole thing. Is there a reason that they chose Vivek as episode number 17 and release it on the 17th? This is a question that I'd love to pull cards on.
Yeah.
Is this intentional, having Vivek on the 17th episode and airing on August 17th?
Wow, the Chariot. So definitely, Chariot is also coming forward. So charging in, coming soon. So usually the Chariot's one of the fastest with the 8 of Wands. So this is also Cancer energy, but it's flowing forward, coming towards us, the truth. Things unfolding. Here's the 7 of Wands. So defense for the people. So yeah, that's totally a calm for, and then here's the Temperance card. So yeah, that was definitely a calm for all that, are involved in the know about that 17th letter of the alphabet for sure. So yeah, there's no mistake that they did that on purpose. Yes, it's coming soon with the Chariot to come out first. That means things are wrapping up. There's a lot to come very fast. Yes, this is great news.
Okay, that's awesome. So, because you're pulling cards on this at the moment, Kristen, I think this would be a good time to discuss the new show that you and Ben just launched.
Oh yeah.
With Beyond Mystic. I saw the show. I thought it was awesome. Ben did a great job. You did a great job as always. It's cool that you both are taking, sort of a new angle with this show of really kind of exploring things that are very mystical and very magical and sort of otherworldly in many different ways. So I think a lot of people are going to really find that attractive and really enjoy what you both are doing. But if you want to share more on that, please go ahead.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, it was a fun show for sure. So we're looking forward to uncovering like the true history of things and things that they hid from us, the mystical mysteries that were always hiding from us, things we wonder about, like the mermaids, even just all dimensional beings, multi-dimensional beings, animals, just so much. We're going through the spiritual as well as like scientific stuff that has been like, what is the real story? So we're going to decode a lot of mysteries to come. But yeah, it was fun. Thank you. Ben did a great job. So shout out to you, Ben. I'm sure you'll be watching.
Yeah, he did definitely. And Kristen, I've got Maison Jupiter's website pulled up here. So as always, if you want to book a reading with Kristen, looking at the tarot cards and asking some questions with her, go to maisonjupiter.com and you go up to the consultations, scroll down here. Right here is where you can find it with Kristen. You'll get an hour with her, ask any questions you want. Recently you and I have been pulling some cards and some things, and it's been spot on and very powerful. So, I think it's really awesome what you're doing, Kristen. And obviously there's many great people there that offer other readings, and just very cool what you all are doing there, and just beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, all of us, we're such a great team. We're just helping people find find their mission, as well as like I specialize in talking with the other side, connecting them, teaching others, teaching the people how they can connect, because we're all capable of it, connecting with the other side, connecting with our angels. So that's what I specialize in. So if you guys are interested, yes, maisonjupiter.com for the 1 hour reading. And then through myself on here on YouTube, Arcana Shores, I also have a 3-question reading. I can make you a custom video, and you can order that at quantumnews11@gmail.com. So yeah, pretty cool.
I know that's super popular. I mean, both of them are, but newer one, the 3-question reading is a little bit newer for you. And I know a lot of people are jumping on that.
They are, yeah, because it's convenient, if you don't have an hour to sit and, face to face, it's so easy to just like send in 3 questions and I'll make you a video. So yeah, it's pretty cool because I know it's hard these days to have time to sit and just, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kristen, so we're talking about Vivek and some of the things going on with the cabal.
Yeah.
This next story, this goes along with what you had just wrapped up with, and you had said basically there's a lot more coming out, and we know that. Well, this just happened today. 3 more attorneys for Hunter just quit. So they filed a motion to withdraw from the case because we know this whole thing is a setup, and it's a whole operation that's really already in some ways been completed in terms of they know where it's going. But now it just needs to play out, in the full scope of it. But this is huge because it's clear that Hunter and his whole family, including Creepy Joe, they're going to be left out to dry, and no one's coming to save them. We know the real ones are most likely already gone, and these actors are just playing their parts. But this is huge. It's just going to wake more people up and just really push this thing forward, I believe, even more, because if you've got lawyers backing out, I mean, they see the writing on the wall. They know what's going on.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, yeah. This is good. This is good stuff. So this happened today. I missed that. Wow.
Yeah. And now there's been 5 of them. So there was one some months ago, there was one last week, and now we've got 3 more. So 4 in the past week.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And part of it, I suspect, is absolutely related to what has been dropped. So this came out that Brandon has been using an alias, and this was caught on emails, and this is 100% verified. He's using robert.l.peters@pci.gov.
Mm-hmm.
That goes to pitc.gov. pitc.gov is on the Department of Defense mail servers. So Tracy Beans, who a lot of people are aware of, she's asking the question, why is the DoD shielding Brandon and hosting an alias for him? Any tech gurus want to tell me I'm wrong, please? So you can see the screenshot here. She's showing exactly where this is being hosted at. And, it sparks great questions that she's asking, and many, many other questions too. But as we know, this whole operation has been done to take down every last one of them, including the dark hats in the military. And we can see that this is happening right here. I mean, this information to come out, it's going to just lead to more.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Yeah, what did that drop the other day, right? Wow.
Yeah.
Nice connecting the dots there for sure.
And then we had something, really great happen. CNN and Jake Tapper, was talking about this, saying Trump was right, Biden was wrong. And he actually aired a clip back from the 2020 election, or the debates before that election. And he showed, Brandon lying through his teeth, and he showed Trump calling him out on it. And in this little clip, I'm not going to play it, but Jake Tapper said, technically, yes, Trump was right and Biden was wrong. And he said, we do know, basically this thing got fact checked, and truly fact checked. And they sourced a story that came out somewhat recently of how Hunter did indeed get paid about $2 million. And this was just one story. Got paid about $2 million from Ukrainian and Russian families, we'll just call them. And, this was something that, yes, he did indeed, take money and had a lot of money from other countries. And so this was a huge turning point, in my view, of, okay, the mainstream, it's just going to continue to turn on this dark agenda. And I do believe that even this, CNN and MSNBC and things like that, there's white hats within there running this whole thing too. They're still carrying it out and showing us how the propaganda has worked, but they're also planting seeds in here, and it's becoming stronger and stronger. And this goes back to what Trump had said some months ago, maybe 3-4 months ago. He said, something like CNN is fake news, but maybe the enemy is changing, ? Or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Ooh, this is good stuff. Yeah, I believe that too. Most of it's I feel a lot of it's scripted. It's already pre-planned, some of it. Yep.
Yeah, totally. So a couple other stories, Kristen, this kind of shifts away from the geopolitical. There's so much happening. We're just going to see more continue to take place, especially once August gets over and we move into September. When Congress comes back from their recess, we're going to see a lot more action. And obviously this week is when BRICS, announces their big summit. We're going to see what comes from that. Obviously, a lot of people are anticipating announcements relating to gold and silver and gold-backed currencies. I do suspect that they're going to make talking points around that. And we'll see, exactly what sort of action they do take with this. We're all at the point of, we're tired of hearing about the words. We're tired of hearing about the BRICS are creating a new system. We know that. Let's go. Let's get on with it.
Seriously.
But this story is talking about this physics discovery that could lead to levitation to any device via this ambient pressure magnetics. Now, we already know free energy technologies exist, so this isn't even necessarily a new invention. This could be something that's been rolled out based on something that's already been invented or already discovered. But the fact that this is coming out is, again, part of just the disclosure process and really getting us closer to a world where we don't have to be dependent on all these really archaic, outdated forms of energy and energy use. And we can transform this planet very quickly with free energy and free energy technology. So, Kristen, let's pull cards on this. Is this technology and this sort of announcement, is it new, or is it actually an old one that is now just coming out?
Let's see. Queen of Cups in reverse, the Page of Wands. We also have the Death card, the Moon card. So yeah, it's an illusion that it's new. It's been around, but it's now, so that's Scorpio energy, the Death card. So this is something that's been hidden for quite some time, and now it's being brought up for us to know about it. So to us, it's new, but it's honestly been around for a long, long time. The Empress, so it's like a rebirth for the people. We think it's new and exciting and cool, which it is, but it's been around. So yeah, it's already been around.
Wow. Okay. It makes sense. That's what I would believe, just thinking about this logically, given what we know. Makes sense.
Yes. Very cool.
So this is another story, Kristen, that kind of goes along with this. There was a huge 4,000-year-old pyramid that was discovered in Kazakhstan, and it's the first ever find on the Eurasian steppes. Okay, so you can see kind of like the terrain right there in Kazakhstan where they found this. And right down here, they're talking about, there's a quote from this: "It's a very sophisticated, complex structure with several circles in the middle. The exterior walls of the structure of this complex are dominated by images of various animals, especially horses." They thought maybe it'd be a center for worship for a horse cult. That to me doesn't really necessarily resonate. But these are just some things that they're talking about. And really, this is a huge, huge monument that they're going to really unearth, and that they have been starting to unearth. So on this note, Kristen,
Yeah.
Was this built by advanced technology, by whether it's humans or extraterrestrials from on planet or off planet? Was there advanced technology used to build this massive pyramid?
Yeah. Let's see. Seven of Pentacles. So that is, yeah, it's very ancient. And then we got the Five of Wands. So with that Five of Wands, and then now we got the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Cups. I believe it is probably extraterrestrial for sure. And I feel like the animals are very symbolic to them. I think that because they know that they're very spiritual, they use, their own powers. They're already equipped with them. They know how to use them. Telepathic stuff too. There's lots of spiritualness for this, with the animals, and then connection with the ETs, good ETs. So that is a yes for that one. But the animals are symbolic. That's definite for them. So ETs do look up to the animals as well. I believe they communicate with them too. Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So a couple other stories, Kristen, that I've got relates to Russia, or one of them here. So they actually launched a rocket and it crashed into the moon, allegedly. So they were going to try to reach the south pole of the moon and do some discovery, but it crashed into the moon after it spun into an uncontrolled orbit. So I've got a question on this. Was the crashing done intentionally by darker forces to try to stop some sort of disclosure? Or was it truly just a natural disaster that took place, or just a natural accident that took place with that rocket?
Let's see. Six of Wands. There's something about this, and now with the Ten of Wands too. I don't know if that's even a true story. Sure, they've got articles and pictures, but I don't know. It doesn't feel, yeah, there's a trickster energy with the Magician, the Hermit, the Ten of Swords. I think it's honestly a made up thing. I don't even think it happened.
Wow.
Crazy.
No, it would not be surprising at all. As we know, they just flat out make up so many of the stories that we hear. So why would it be any different with this, especially as it relates to, the moon and crafts landing there? We already know it's built out with bases, especially on the backside.
Oh yeah.
So why do they want to show this at the moment?
Yeah, this is showing me too. It's a fabricated story put together. Tower card to cause, some chaos or some wonder, and people really like, oh my gosh, cool. And they're all looking in. So it's also a distraction in that way. And then the Knight of Wands too. Yeah, it's something that's just sporadically happening. I think it's a trickster move. Yeah.
Yeah, it would not be surprising.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Interesting.
Truly. I mean, we know disclosure is taking place. It's just a matter of time before it really settles in for even more people. It is going to be gradual, but I do think that,
Right.
We'll have that big announcement at some point. It'll just be, when is it and who's making it?
Yes, exactly.
So, Kristen, I know how much you love sunflowers, and a lot of the Soul Tribe, they know as well how much you love sunflowers. They're truly beautiful. They are uplifting. And this farmer created a massive sunflower trail in his field, growing 250,000 of them in this beautiful pattern in his field. So this is the photo of a girl right there in the flower field, but you can see right here, he built this maze, and you can kind of see it right here going all the way through that.
Wow.
All sunflowers.
That's just look at that. Like, wow.
Exactly. It just shows you it's unbelievable, like in so many different ways, but it shows you the abundance of nature.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you just think about like this, you look at this,
Yeah.
it just up close and personal, so beautiful, and it's so abundant, and like you'd think it just stretches on for so long. 250,000 of these, and while this is a nice, big plot of land, uh, in relation to the rest of the fields around it, it's nothing, and if you would
Yeah.
zoom out further with a drone, it would look just like a little plot there.
Yeah. No,
It
that's true.
shows, yeah, it shows like really how abundant nature is here.
Yes, beautiful. I love this. Great story. Awesome. I've got to get to a sunflower field for sure. I know Long Island has a lot of beautiful ones, but that's really awesome. Scotland, huh?
Yeah, yeah, and
Wow.
you got 13 acres of them, it looks like, so
Ooh.
quite a bit. Yeah, go ahead, Kristen.
Oh no, you can go. I'm sorry.
No, that's all that I had to say about that. So, um, yeah, I wanted to share that obviously because you're a huge fan of it, and just
Yeah.
really to kind of put in perspective for people how abundant nature truly is. Like we can feed, clothe, and house everyone on this planet so many times over. We've talked about this a
Oh,
lot.
I know. Yes. And sunflowers do have a lot of spiritual meaning. One of them is abundance. So it's funny you're saying that abundance and also love for sure, but also growth. So spiritual growth as well as you keep growing as a person towards whatever it is that you're trying to get to. So you're for your goals. I just love, that's why I do love sunflowers because of all the spiritual meanings with them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're truly beautiful. I've used the flower essences of sunflowers pretty often. Um, and that can really help shift the emotional states of people, the flower essences.
Mhm.
And it's something that can really help to kind of bring about a sunnier disposition and, really helps a person on that emotional level.
Definitely.
Different, yeah, different than the physical parts of the plants, different than any like oils of it or the sunflower seeds. It's more of just the energetic imprint of the flowers that's structured into the water, and then when we consume that water, it's interacting with the structured water within our cells, and so it kind of conveys that information
Oh.
crystallographically.
That is really fascinating. And only you would know that. That's so cool. And then I was just reading too. Sunflowers are a symbol of true faith and loyalty, and to something that is much bigger and brighter than themselves. Yeah, so faith and adoration. And also, yeah, it's all about abundance too. Abundance in many ways, love, everything, the things that you wish for. So beautiful. Thank you. That's awesome.
Yes, thanks, Kristen. So the last thing that a couple last things. I want to just share this on Ascent Nutrition. So tomorrow, Kristen,
Mhm.
is the 3-year anniversary from when Ascent Nutrition began.
Wow, tomorrow, that's a big day then. Ooh, congrats.
Yep, August
Love it.
21st, 2020 is when Ascent Nutrition was formed. It was done intentionally on that day and at a specific time for a lot of different reasons. I'm not going to go into all of it, but you all, follow that timing is everything.
Yeah.
And so it was done with, some very powerful energy behind it. And, this is what has been put forth and worked on tirelessly by so many people. And, just we've got
Mhm.
many other things coming. But I just wanted to really just thank everyone who has supported Ascent Nutrition, and especially you, Kristen.
Thank
You have
you.
been so loyal and so helpful in so many different ways, especially when, it's coming to people's health and happiness. Like if we're in this community of spirituality and higher consciousness
Yeah.
and healthy living, this all blends together, you know, and this is
Yeah.
the purpose of what I have been doing, you know, and this is the purpose of what I have been doing, even prior to Ascent, which is bridging the spirituality with the science and connecting the two and showing how, you know, we can use food and nutrition, lifestyle, light, grounding, all the different free practices, breathing, to
Yeah.
bridge that physical world that we live in here with the spiritual multi-dimensional world that's all around us, helping us to access greater states of consciousness and happiness so that we can help more people.
Yeah, so beautiful, and happy birthday to Ascent and for yourself for this because this is awesome. It's seriously has changed my life, as you all know, and if you're new here, but it truly has, and it's been over a year now. But from the inside out, for sure, spiritually, if we nourish ourselves inside, it's going to change our energy, and then it changes your mind too, because we have so many beautiful things like, you know, the DHA, nootropic focus, the mushrooms, all of it really, pine needle extract, all of it just advances you, I feel, spiritually and mentally. It all ties together. Yep.
Yeah, thank you, Kristen.
Mhm.
So, you know, I know that you've been talking about this, so I'm not going to labor on about it, but, you know, we did launch our app, which
Yeah.
is very exciting. We've got our loyalty and rewards program, and people can literally get about $10 worth of coupons even before they sign up, or even before they become a customer. You can get it after becoming a customer too. But you get a lot of points for engaging with things, downloading the app, leaving reviews, things like that. Very easy to do. And this is something that we're going to be building out even more. And we're really trying to make this into something, and we're going to make it into something that's more of a community where, you know, it's not just about the products, it's about more of the lifestyle. And again, bridging the science and the spirituality and helping to lead us into happier states of consciousness so that we can become the best people that we can be.
Wow. Beautifully said. That is, and that's part of the mission. I want to be a part of this too and help spread this word for sure. This is, and I love the pine needle extract. I'm glad you put it on this one. It has the best flavor, and that's what I put in my coffee, you guys, because a lot of you will ask me, do you do the pine tincture or is it the extract? It's the extract you put in the coffee, and it's amazing. But I'll let you go with this one.
Yeah, no, that's great, Kristen. Thank you.
Mhm.
And you know, we've been adding to our product pages, so kind of adding a little bit more information, talking about these pine needles. We sent out an email today on the pine needles, and you know, there's a lot of people grabbing them today, which is awesome. They understand the importance of these right now, especially the shikimic acid and how it relates to glyphosate, the poison pesticide or herbicide. But shikimic acid found naturally within pine trees actually helps to restore that shikimate pathway. And it's very, very important for these times. Implicates action in the P53 gene, which is known as the guardian of the genome. You can literally think about it as like an archangel of the genome, this P53 gene. And,
Yes.
you know, the pine needle extract is tied into that as well. Obviously, we're wild harvesting these up in Canada from the white pines, which is loaded in the shikimic acid. There's so much stuff, you guys, out there about shikimic acid. We'll be getting more into that as time goes on. And there's, you know, new things coming as well in relation to that. But right now, you know, shikimic acid is hyper important for these times, and especially with things that are being discussed.
Exactly. That mandatory thing. It helps detox it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And there's a lot of talk right now about Eris,
Mhm.
Eris.
Yes.
Now, why would they choose? Okay, we know that in the mythology, Eris is sometimes regarded as the goddess of discord and strife. But we've talked about this with the story, Kristen, that really the higher consciousness of that Eris mythology is really something more beautiful, and it's actually about justice.
Right.
So this is something some people will know, some people will not know, but the Eris point in astrology, 21 degrees Aries,
Yes.
is in the Sabian symbol, is coded as a boxer entering the ring. Okay, 21
Mhm.
degrees Aries, that's the Eris point. And what the Vatican cabal has done, and the magicians within the Vatican who time things out ritualistically, they've really done a lot of things astrologically when planets are either conjunct or square or opposite the Eris point.
Mm-hmm.
But again, going back to the story of Eris, she took this ball, so to speak, and cast it amongst all the bourgeois, all the rich people, and
Mm-hmm.
basically said, to the fairest amongst you all, and let them chase after it like rats, and let them show themselves as the rats that they are. So, and there's different interpretations of that, but that's
Right.
essentially, the gist of that story.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about Trump and what he's done, he's put the ball in the middle and said, to the fairest amongst you all, let's
Yeah.
see who you all are.
Yeah.
And this next round of what, they're
Mm-hmm.
calling it Eris. Why would they do that? Goddess in strife. Well, they definitely would have, if in the negative timeline, they would have done the same thing, and they would have named it Eris, and it would have been done to cause discord and strife.
That's right. Yeah.
But we know that they tried doing this again. I think it's going to ultimately come back on them, and
Mm-hmm.
not going to work in the way, because now we've been through all this stuff with, the things over the face,
Yep.
knocking people down. Even those that were complicit in it at the beginning, a lot of them are not going to want to do it again. They've been through it now. They've seen it. Some of them have woken up,
Some of them, yes.
and it's
Yes.
just not going to go the way that they wanted. So why I'm saying all of this is to share that story of Eris, but
Yeah.
also to share the positivity that I think this is going to be a huge turning point, and the boxer entering the ring with
Mm-hmm.
this next round, next
Yeah.
wave, so to speak. This is going to be when some death blows are delivered
Yep.
from the light to the dark.
I believe so. I was thinking of that today as well. Yep. Uh, unfortunately, I saw 3 people with a mask on today, and I don't know. I don't know if they're buying into it, and they're. I don't know, but you're right. People are they're not gonna do it. Most are not. They're not gonna fall for it again.
Right, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Kristen, I've got some words that I'll share that sort
Sure.
of ends this on a positive note, and then
Yeah.
please share, what you would like to. So this is coming from Joseph Murphy's book, Your Infinite Power to Be Rich. And again, this is not about money rich. I mean, it includes that, but it's really more so about becoming spiritually rich and
Yes.
living a rich, happy, healthy life just all around. And he says these words: did you ever think of the marvelous power of words? To think is to speak. Your thought is your word. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs 25:11, a word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in pictures of silver.
Oh.
We are also instructed as follows, and this is from Proverbs 16:24. Pleasant words are as a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones.
Wow. Beautiful.
So, this is a good reminder for all of us, myself first and foremost,
Mm-hmm.
leading my life, which is using my words constructively and powerfully. And I think that this is just a really good reminder on this Sunday for us to think positively as much as we can. We all go through our different challenges, and it's
Yeah.
not always easy to stay positive. We all know that.
Oh
But
yeah.
this, a good reminder for us on this day. to just always keep pushing forward and always look forward to what is coming that's better, and focus on also what we have even right now that is good and wonderful in our lives.
Yes, yeah, our gratitude for sure. Yeah, and there's just know in your heart that there's more blessings to come, but also enjoy the now. Yes, the present for sure. That was beautiful. Thank you. Wow. We all needed to hear that one.
Yeah, it's often a worthwhile reminder.
Definitely. And let's see. So I just want to do a reminder that on Tuesday, I'll be releasing my new series on this channel, Arcana Shores, for all the archangels. I'll be doing probably every week I'll release a video on all archangels. So the first one will be Metatron and Archangel Michael. I'll be going over them and the importance. And also I'm going to pull some cards and see on certain things that have been written about them and just the history of them, and just seeing, if there's accuracy there or if there's even more to the story. So that'll be fun too. You just reminded me with that beautiful prayer that you just said that, as we're growing spiritually, and be happy with what we have gratitude, but also remember that we have our angels with us too. So if there's things that you need, or you don't feel right, or things are not going as you planned, your angels are always there to turn to. And words are powerful for sure. That is correct what you said too. The words that we use, very powerful. Yes.
Beautiful
Yeah.
words from you, Kristen. Thank you.
Thank you. I just came up with it. Awesome. Cool.
Your show with the archangels is going to be fantastic. I know that's going to do very well. People are going to love that.
Thank
It's
you.
going to really add to a lot of people's days and their lives. Like you and I have talked about, Kristen, back in some of my hardest times, I really did a lot of speaking with and communing and asking for the angels' help. And there's no doubt that they have been helping me this whole time. And I'm very thankful to them. I know that they're real. And it's, I think, going to be very powerful because it's really going to help people. It's going to be, I think, one of those things where there's going to be a lot of people that see it, but also there's going to be a lot of new people that come in and see one specific show of like, hey, I've never even seen this channel. I've never even seen Kristen. And boom, I needed to hear this message from this archangel. I think that's going to be powerful.
Thank you. And that's what I'm hoping for too, to reach whoever needs to hear about angels and how we can ask them for help at any time. Because I was blown away the times I've asked for help when I've gone through some difficult times. Wow, they blow me away. And I was always afraid of, am I praying right? Am I saying the right thing? It honestly, just use the right, speak with great intention and ask for help, and you're fine. It's all good. Yeah. So thank you. I'm hoping to reach people who really need help, and I just want to help everyone. Yes.
And you will, Kristen. It's beautiful. It's going to be great.
Thank you. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. So that'll be Tuesday, you guys. I'll unleash that video 7 o'clock on the 22nd Eastern time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's powerful. You're unleashing videos on archangels the same day that Bricks is, taking the next steps in their new system. So I think that's a huge synchronicity.
That's pretty cool, and I wasn't aware of it. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Well, I think that's all that I had. Is there anything else that you've got?
No, that's it. It's going to be another beautiful week. And I hope that everyone has an amazing, prosperous, beautiful, fun, healthy, happy, and fulfilling week in all ways. And that, all of their dreams come true.
Yes, same here. Beautiful job as always, Lance. Great. I love doing shows with you. And even if we have to record and nobody's there right now, but they'll see it. And I thank you all for being patient with us, and for, you guys hopped on there right at 5 Eastern. Eastern time tonight. So sorry about that delay, but you guys will see this soon. And we'll see you next Sunday. And I'll see you guys Tuesday morning. But you guys have a beautiful rest of your Sunday. Bye.